Guys, welcome to Tokyo Fresh. Jordan Green here with David. What up, David?
What's up?
David had a weird thing yesterday where I met a friend that I haven't met in like 6-7 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then went drinking. That's what you do.
Yep.
It's a very important part of meeting a friend
mhm.
you've not met in 6-7 years. You gotta go
Especially in
drinking.
this country.
Especially in this country, you had to. I was like, what should we do together? And she was like, drink. And I was like, that's right, this is Japan.
Yes.
This is Japan.
Yes.
I have no choice but to. It was cool. And then stuff happened during when we were hanging out, which is pretty fun. But then I'm coming home.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I'm drunk. I've been drinking.
Okay.
So I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram fucking around. And you know
This is the second time you've done that.
what?
Last week you also said I was on Facebook when you meant Instagram.
Yeah, it's because like recently I have been on Facebook,
Mm.
which is, I think I go on Facebook like once a week. And every time it's like, wow, this shit's cancer, dude. This is the worst
True.
thing
Big
ever
true.
made.
Big true on that one.
It's horrible. I feel like some are like migrating to Instagram, which
Yeah.
is where the story comes from.
Okay.
Because the guy was posting some weird Facebook shit on Instagram, and I was like, this
Okay.
doesn't belong here. What are you doing? It was stuff like, the world's gonna end. The devil is taking over everything.
Okay.
We can't. There's not enough peanuts in the. You know how Americans have very American
Problems.
based view. Yeah, they have like a very American centric view of the world,
Yes.
where they go like, it's
of-
happening in America, thus the world.
Thus
is
the
over.
world is on fire
And
too.
you're like, no, it's just you. I have healthcare. Fuck you. Like it's just
Yeah,
you.
exactly,
Like I
right.
don't give a shit. So this guy was trying to convince me that the points he was making were legitimate. And I knew this guy was crazy when he started his arc. So I'm like, your point's illegitimate. And he goes, bop, 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 bop. So he starts the argument. Remember not so long ago when everyone thought that aliens helped humans build up certain natural wonders and like pyramids and such? And I'm like, everyone did? We all thought that. That was something everyone thought. And that's how you're going to start this argument.
Maybe everyone who watched Ancient Aliens.
Ancient fucking aliens, dude.
Like, definitely not everyone.
I mean, like, wow. So your worldview is so small. It's so tiny that you're not thinking like American-based per se. You're just thinking, my circle of friends all thought this, and thus the world.
It's true.
Remember 10 years ago when the whole world went to, I don't know, fucking bumfuck Noah Green Primary High School, and we all were studying science that one time, the whole world at the same time? Fucking,
Yep.
Dude, insane. People are insane. I can't deal with people. It's always Americans as well.
It's, man, every day
Yeah.
you go on Reddit or you go on, anywhere where people congregate online, and just nonstop insanity. Or people are just nuts.
so retarded.
Yeah.
My siblings do something similar where every once in a while they'll like have clicked on something and gone down a rabbit hole
Mhm.
and they'll believe something that is
Just
just
some QAnon
some
shit.
QAnon bullshit they believe is true. And I gotta be like, all right, where's your evidence? And they go, well, where's your proof that it's not? And I go, that's not what I'm... Okay, here you go. Here you go.
Absence of evidence
It's
is not
not evidence,
proof
yeah.
that it exists.
Absence, yeah. So I sent them... So they'll be like, oh, why do you think that? And you gotta ask them questions. If you just be like, you're wrong and you're stupid,
Then they go.
they dig
yes.
deeper. Yeah. So you gotta be like, so why do you think that? So why that? So why this? So
Mhm.
why this exact point? Exactly.
Yeah.
Luckily, my siblings aren't retarded, so you'll be like, do you really think that? Think about this and this, and they'll go, oh, that's right. Okay.
Mm.
And sort of, I'm always like, thank God.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, you look at like most conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Most conspiracy theories break down after like 2 or 3 steps removed from like the the small shred of evidence.
Yeah.
So if you're starting with like something like 9/11 was an inside job, right?
So yeah.
So if you're going with that as the premise, right? It's
Yeah.
like 9/11 was an inside job, and then by the time you get to like 3 layers out, the justification and like mental hoop jumping you're doing to like make your argument be like, no, it was the Jews and George Soros,
George Soros.
and he's funding the fucking
That's what the one that always gets me is like, so you'd be like, the question is always why.
right.
Why have they done this? So you'd be like, for example, same thing. 9/11 was an inside job, and you go, okay, why? Why was it? And they go, they
'Cause-
want to control us. And you go, okay, how was destroying these 2 towers controlled us?
That's through fear.
And they go, yeah, it's like fear. And I was like, I'm from the UK. I wasn't scared.
Mm. Right back to American problems,
American problems?
worldview.
American fucking problems. Then they go, it's the whole world's on fire. Remember that time in fucking 9/11 where everyone's twin towers got destroyed? I'm like, nope.
Remember that time that every country in the world voted Trump in as president?
Remember that time?
Dark times,
Fucking
them.
dark times, dude. Dark ass times.
Speaking of that shit, though, man, have you seen some of the shit out of like I think it's like Belarus?
Yeah.
Where like what Lukashenko?
Yeah.
He's like they're having like riots against. That seems to be a common thread this year of governments fighting against their weird dictatorial presidents.
Yep. I kind of think we need more of that in 2020. I mean, it's already a massive trash fire, so you might as well fight against your dictatorial regime leaders.
Why not?
Like, fuck it.
Should I turn on the light in this room?
Go for it.
I feel like I should. I might be too bright. Oh, no, it's not that bad.
No, we're good. Either way.
Oh, now we're
that's
really
too
bright.
Oh, guys, we're also recording this time. David, the genius, has set up this insane setup.
It's so much easier. Before, so if you're seeing on the screen, I'll actually look at the camera. On the screen before, it was just, we were recording both our faces in the same thing, and I'm chopping it up in the photo editor. Now I'm just playing it as like an overlay, and I have this nice thing right here that says Tokyo Fresh Podcast right now.
Yeah.
But in about 3 seconds, it's going to change. Go. Please change. Oh,
No. Oh, there you go.
See? It changes.
Cool.
I didn't even have to do anything.
That's
There's
cool
my
as
Twitch
fuck.
channel. I don't stream on it very often because I haven't had the time. Because I've been installing stuff to this computer, but we'll get there.
We get that.
Maybe we'll run it live one day.
Yeah.
All I have to do is press that other green button.
And it'll go live?
Yeah.
Oh, man, if it goes live, how are we going to cut out all the N-words? We're going to edit out all the cursing and N-words.
No, Twitch does that for you. It'll just be a silent section of the video, and it'll be like, the audio for this section of the video has been copyrighted by black people.
By black people. They're like, you can't
use.
that's our word.
We have the copyright on that. You can't use it.
I wish I could copyright people saying the N-word, and then like I would have a field day on YouTube just copyrighting.
And you'd literally just give people the N-word pass because they'd have to pay you to
They'd have
say
to
the
pay me to use it. God, black people, we gotta copyright the
copyright
N-word.
the N-word.
It needs to be done. We need
Can
to.
you do that? Can you
No.
copyright words like that?
I don't think. No.
No, you totally can't. Someone's done it. Someone's copyrighted some bullshit word like, oh, wasn't it in the UK?
Mm.
They tried to copyright the word star
I wouldn't put it past them. Pretty fucking
for
stupid in
like
the UK.
some like telecom company wanted to like copyright the word star or something like
I
that.
hate people.
Yeah, it's fucking
It's
stupid.
once again, it's full circle. It's a very American thing to do.
Yes. Mm.
Copyright things that like mean nothing.
Other people like, yeah. How are you gonna copyright
shit.
a word that people just use
The
all the
Happy
time?
Birthday song is copyrighted.
Yes, yeah,
It's insane.
but no one gives a fuck.
No one gives a fuck. You're gonna sue me? Fuck
Yeah.
off. Like it's the dumbest shit. Like that's copyrighted. I feel like to sum up American culture into 3 things, for me, it would be bad politics, conspiracy theories, suing people. That's it.
Yep.
That's American culture. I mean, if I had 2 more things, I'd also include maybe fast food and guns.
Yeah,
Guns are pretty high up. But guns go under the
religious
umbrella.
Christian zealotry.
Oh man, they fucking love me some fucking religious Christians, actually, man. It's insane. UK now. So before, like, being in the UK, being from the UK,
Yeah.
the UK rode this, like, British people felt like they rode this horse of, like, privilege. It was like, our country's bad, but it's not that bad. Look at America. They're doing stupid things over there. Ho-ho.
Please don't look at India or Hong Kong or Australia
No, they-
or Canada or literally anywhere else on the
They,
planet.
like, hid all their racism, like, colonizing past, and then they...
Yeah, and you know where they hid it?
Yeah.
The Natural History
Fucking
Museum.
Natural History Museum, dude. They put it on the
That's
show.
where they hid it all.
They put it on the show, dude. And then the UK was like, do you know what we're gonna do, guys? Brexit. Let's do that. This horse is too high. I don't like it.
Mm.
Let's cut ourselves down a peg.
Chop it off right at the knees.
Chop off that
We need to
right
make
leg.
some
We'll be
glue.
fine. Dude, they I'm looking now at Brexit. The UK's in a recession.
Yeah, you think?
I knew a few years ago.
Turns out when you can't trade with anyone and you're an island nation and you don't make anything,
It's not good. I remember. So
Japan, take notes.
Japan, take fucking notes. Fuck, don't leave.
At
the
least you
biggest-
guys make cars.
At least they do.
UK,
And
doesn't
hentai.
even- Well, I mean, hey, let's talk about the biggest export. It's definitely hentai.
Definitely hentai.
Definitely hentai.
Abe's the fucking commander in chief of hentai, dude.
That's soft and hard power.
I'm a fan of that politics joke. Good man. Good man. Good. Well done. It's like a couple years ago. You know when the Brexit vote happened? It was
Yeah.
like 3 and a bit years ago now.
hmm
So when the Brexit vote happens, the same day I had this job interview for this shitty, probably the worst like company I've ever worked in my entire life. It was like
Right.
a weird summer camp type company thing.
hmm
So I go to this shitty company. We're doing like what do you call it? Introductory things like welcome to the company. You're gonna be
Your
I forgot what it's called. How am I forgetting this word?
your
How am I forgetting
orientation.
this? Orientation, thank you. So we're doing orientation. We're all sitting down
Mm.
in this big room, and obviously everyone's still tense. And Brexit, the result just came out that morning. Everyone's still kind of like, oh fuck, this kind of sucks. What
Right.
do? There were people in the room who are like, I vote for Brexit because of these reasons. And like everyone's just like yelling and shouting, and I'm like, can everyone shut the fuck up? I'm trying to explain. I'm like, guys, shut up, because like none of you are making good points. You're talking about feelings. No one's talking about facts. 2, none of you have degrees in this. I have degrees in this. Like I'm telling you what's gonna happen in the future and how it's gonna happen.
Mm.
So finally, there's like a break in the conversation, and I said something on the lines of, "Okay, I'm leaving this country to Japan in the next like 6 months
Right.
because I see where this is going now. It's gonna go downhill.
We're in the car,
Yeah.
going down the hill. It's already on
It's
fire.
already on fire.
I'm waiting for the cliff.
Literally, and I'm like, I'm getting out of this car because the brakes don't work and we're speeding up. So I'm
Right.
a dip. And I got this guy, and he's like, "We're gonna be." This is how he spoke. He's like, "We're gonna be fine. Like, we're gonna be okay. Like, I think that maybe we'll take a small hit, but then we'll be fine. The UK has all this shit." And I'm like, "What does the UK have?" And he's like, "We have." No, they're not gonna kick us out the trading things. I was like, "No, yesterday we literally voted for that." And he's like, "No, we didn't." And I'm like, "We did. We voted to leave the fucking massive
the trade union.
the largest fucking trade bloc in the world. What the fuck, dude? We have a special relationship, so they blah blah blah." And I'm like, Alright. So after a while, I just stopped arguing.
You know what's
You know what
funny?
I mean? Mm.
Because like when you think about it, now that the UK left all the trading agreements,
Yeah.
that means they have to get that item from somewhere else.
Mm.
So that just means all the countries that are still in
Mm.
now are just trading more with each other.
Yep.
And making each other more money.
Yep, pretty much.
So
Yep.
in a weird way, the UK was like kind of an anchor that you're dragging around because I don't on it like what does
Nothing.
the UK make?
Nothing.
Spotted dick?
Yeah, pretty much.
Tea?
Spotted dick. They don't make tea.
Yeah.
The tea is grown somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like, what happened is that a lot of manufacturing stuff happened in the UK, but it's companies that aren't based in the UK.
Mm,
So they manufacture in the UK because there's like freedom of movement.
right.
So they can just zoop in
Not
and
anymore.
out. Not anymore. So they can zoop in and out. But now you got to pay for like these forms you have to fill in when you're sending trucks back and forth. And like I think it takes a shit ton of time. It costs a lot of money.
I remember watching a video on this recently. Maybe
Me
you
too.
had like linked it.
Yeah,
on,
I think I linked a
Twitter
video
or
about it on
something,
Twitter.
right?
Yeah, like it's gonna be bad for the UK. So anyway, I just stopped arguing with people because after I finished that job, I worked a different job. I was like the Japanese interpreter for like a store.
Yeah.
And I remember there's a guy, and he was like, "I voted for Brexit," and I was like, "Okay." And he was like, "Oh, normally when I say that, people want to like argue," and I was like, "Yeah, I don't care." Like,
Right.
I was like, "It's done. The vote's been had." Whatever. And he's like, "Yeah, the people voted for leave." So I was like, no, I don't care. I was like, "Dude, listen, I don't care. Just be quiet. Like, don't stop it." And he's like, "Oh, you don't want to talk about it?" I was like, "I don't want to talk about it. Like, I don't." He's like, "Oh, because you voted Remain and now you're sad." I was like, "No, because like, no, I don't want to talk about it. Just
Yeah, I mean, what are you
What
gonna
we can
do?
do?
Votes already happened.
what's already happened. You just kind of want to talk about the points. You're just trying to like justify it to yourself as to why you voted that
Mhm.
way. Then if I don't want to hear your points, you then whine about the fact that I voted Remain and now I'm sad that I voted Remain, kind of thing.
Right.
And I'm like, well, yeah, I'm kind of sad that we've like voted to leave him. My vote wasn't we didn't get to do the thing I wanted to do. Of
Right.
course I am. It's like if everyone's like, let's go to Disneyland, we'll have a vote in the car. And like 3 people are like, yeah, Disneyland. And 4 people are like, no, let's go to fucking Aeon Mall.
You open the door, you're at SeaWorld, and you're like,
Fuck!
shit.
Shit, dude. That's what I fucking wanted. Sucks. Yeah, I'm pretty much what it is. So I left. So I remember saying to this dude, I was like, doesn't matter to me. Like, I'm going to be living in Japan like next month, so I don't care. And he's like, oh, Japan. I'm like, yep. Bye. And then I left, and that was it. And now I'm on Facebook, because I had this guy on Facebook. I have a bunch of people on Facebook. Now I hit recession. Everyone's losing money. Everyone's losing like their jobs and shit. I'm jumping on Facebook more often
Mhm.
as recently, because I got a lot of English people on Facebook,
Right.
and it is wonderful to see. I've not logged on Facebook in ages, years. I've not scrolled down that shitty timeline in fucking ages. Scrolling down, just seeing people that I'm like, oh, I've not spoke to this guy in like 4 years. Pretty sure he voted to leave. Wonder how he's doing. Click on his profile and it's like, lost my job, got made redundant. Oh no, I can't afford to do these things. And I'm like, wow, it's almost like I told you so.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that indeed, my man. The worst thing is like, it's not a feeling of like, haha, I was right, fuck you guys. It's like, wow, guys, you literally voted to be poorer. This sucks.
Right.
Like, as someone from the UK, this fucking sucks.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
You're all idiots.
It's people who don't know how geopolitics work.
Yeah.
That vote. Well, I mean, like, what's the saying? If you can trick a man into thinking that someone else is below him, you can just steal all his money forever and ever, and he will think you're good.
Yeah. That's
exactly what happened.
Politics system in a fucking nutshell.
Yep.
And also, that's what happened during Brexit. Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly that. Absolutely insane. When's Canada going to do something stupid? Like, we're waiting for you, Canada. Come on. Join us.
We don't have the issue where we vote in stupid people.
Canada, come on.
I mean, our prime minister is like...
Canada. Yeah, he's pretty fucking good. I do like Trudeau, I'm not going to lie.
I don't like Trudeau, but hey, could be worse.
I look at Trump and I look at who's our prime minister now? Fucking Boris.
Boris.
Massive. Boris. What a fucking shit name to have as a person. Boris Johnson. If Boris Johnson was in my squad, I'd kick the shit out of him. I swear to God. I'll beat him up.
But Boris Johnson would be the kid you bully.
You bully, dude. Listen, he'd be the kid the nerds bully. Like the nerds, like, give me your lunch money, Boris. It's like
You're fucking stupid bull cut.
Boris is like 36. He's in the school.
Accurate. He's still in.
Speech. He's there. He's like the prime minister. He's there to give a fucking speech, and the nerds like start throwing calculators at him. Give me your fucking phone, Boris. You fuck.
It's like a 21 Jump Street type thing where they have to keep where Boris Johnson needs to learn about geopolitics, so he has to go back to high school as a 46-year-old balding fat man.
Let me tell you, Boris Johnson needs to learn some shit about fucking geopolitics. That useless man. Sucks, man. Recently, obviously I studied politics, so looking at the current situation in the world, man, it sucks. It's awful. Like,
it's not good.
It's awful right now. America, always entertaining.
Of course.
It's like a sitcom. It's so good. I love watching American politics. Is like watching a sitcom.
Yeah,
There's always something going on. There's always new drama. The post office is getting destroyed by Trump apparently, and he was like, I didn't want not much Trump. It's the other guy. I forgot his name. The guy he put in to be the postmaster general.
I know who you're talking about, but I
forgot his name. Yeah, they're basically like destroying the post office, so like they can't vote by mail.
Because that'll work.
That'll work. Well, apparently, because like if Republicans don't win this election, they might never win another election. Because like,
go figure.
Go fucking figure. There's only so many racists left in the world. Like, you know that theory about how when people get older, they get more conservative?
Yeah,
bullshit. Apparently, it's absolute bullshit.
I think that saying came from the fact that when the person who said that thing said that quote, looked at old people, he's like, oh man, all these old people are real conservative. So it must be, the A to B to C on this one is that it must be when I get older, I will turn into an old codgery white man too.
He's looking at the guy's black and he's like, man, when I get older, I'm going to turn into an old codgery white man too. Yep. And it's like, really?
Hoods on, boys.
Hoods on, boys. We get them white hoods up. Let's fucking get this
Fucking
done.
hell.
Fucking nonsense, dude.
Remember when we talked about fun things on this podcast?
Yes. Sorry. It was the. This is why you don't check Facebook or
Right.
you know,
More of the story. Get off social
just
media.
get off social media, guys. Honestly, everyone calm the fuck down. Twitter has also got on my nose recently too, but that's Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter's accessible. Yeah. Anyway, we're drinking today, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
Man, I opened David's fridge. Listen to this. Walking to David's house. Obviously, I'm late. I was meant to be here 8 hours ago, but the gas guy came to my house, so fair enough, and I had to deal with
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Going to David's house. It's like 1,000 degrees today. I open his fridge, and what do I find? I'm looking for water, guys. Refreshing, life-giving water.
You didn't have to look in the fridge. It was on the counter.
I was looking in the fridge for the water, guys, and what did
Yeah.
I find? Alcohol.
Alcohol.
David's
so much alcohol.
David's house is so good. Man, Japan.
It's cheap.
How good is Japan for alcohol?
Oh, dude, it's great. Like, this is both of these are seasonal alcohol that you can only get during summer. This is a nice Havana style mojito. What do you have? You have a Sicilian style lemon
July?
No, it says chono.
Tono.
Whatever the fuck a chono is. But it's from Sicily, so it's Italian.
I don't know.
But yeah, I just went to like Don Quixote, and they had alcohol there. Like a can of this was like 98 yen.
Holy shit! Japan.
So I'm like, okay, well I'll just buy like 10 of them. $10 for
Okay.
10 cans? That's pretty good.
I've always said Japan is a nation of alcoholics, and the longer I've lived here,
And now you know why.
now you know fucking why, dude.
It's
It's
cheap.
It's a nation of alcoholics. It's insane. Like,
Mhm.
if you don't drink here, if you don't drink, like in general,
Yeah.
I think it's really hard to socialize in Japan.
Yes, very much so.
People drink like this. It's what they do.
Yeah.
Like all the time.
Hmm.
Always.
Mhm,
Like going back
mhm.
to like what I was talking about my friend who I had not seen for like 6-7 years.
Yeah.
So I was like, what do you want to do? She's like, oh, let's go and
Let's
drink.
drink.
I was like, cool, let's do that. Sounds like fun. And my thing, that's the point I wanted to make. So when I'd first met her, I was first year university, and she'd come to my university, University of
Mhm.
Kent, for like a
Yeah.
language exchange.
Yeah.
So at that stage, I spoke 0 Japanese. I had
Mhm.
done like 2 lessons. So I knew like, これはペンです. それも. No, I didn't know mo yet. それはペンです. That's all I knew.
Right.
Which means this is a pen, that is a pen. That's all I fucking
Didn't
knew.
even get to are.
Didn't even get to more. So if there's 2 pens, I'm going これはペン, これはペン.
これは
これは
pen. これが. Oh, you didn't even know ga.
I didn't know ga. I knew これ.
Everything's wa.
Everything was wa, dude. I know shit. So, like, this girl spoke, like, okay English, but not anywhere near conversational to actually have
Hmm.
a decent conversation. So, I remember this girl, I was just like hanging out, drinking together, me being friends with all of, like, the Japanese people, but not actually knowing them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So actually hanging out with her yesterday, it felt like I know this person because I've known her since
Since forever.
forever. But also I don't know this person at all.
That's kind of a weird
How
situation.
So strange. Because I'm there and I'm like, I know you. We have memories together. We've hung out together. Like we're hanging out for an entire
But it's
year.
been half a decade.
Yeah, it's been half a decade. We've met again, and I'm like, I don't know anything about you because when we met, we couldn't communicate.
Right.
And we communicated with like gestures and hand signs and bullshit. And now actually like talking to you, she's like, your Japanese got good. And I'm like, my Japanese got like, it could only get good. I knew.
But couldn't get worse than 0.
Couldn't get worse than 0 unless I went back to -2 and I forgot Japanese existed. Like, what the fuck? Like,
you get so bad at Japanese, you just like, it like works in reverse. You start speaking like ancient Chinese instead.
yes.
It's like, the fuck?
It was like, how did you get to this level? It's like, he starts speaking fluent ancient Chinese, like perfect ancient Chinese.
Like, I don't know what happened.
No one understands you. Like, the best thing ever. So, like, I realized that I don't know anything about this girl, but also I know this girl really well. Like, I know her personality, but I don't know her.
Right.
It was fucking weird. It's been a nice little catch up, and it was really fun. I realized we're really similar, like, both, like, love coffee, and, like, have similar goals and travel things in life and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But then the one thing that I took leaving the conversation was like, I got to study more Japanese.
Oh yeah.
David, let me ask you,
Mm-hmm.
how much have you been slacking in Japanese recently?
I haven't studied Japanese since year 1 when I moved here.
David, for
Year
fuck-
1.
David.
Year 1.
David, for fuck's sake, it's worse than me.
Yeah, dude, because like I fucking hate studying. I fucking hate it. I'm not gonna lie to you and be like, oh yeah,
I love studying.
I love studying. It's real fun. No, studying fucking sucks.
Yeah,
I hate it. I would much rather just, kind of like bungle my way along, but learn as I go.
I do like bungling.
Because
Mm.
I find that if I sit down to study, I look at a book, I read it, and I go, naruhodo. I close that book, and then I go, ha, wasuremashita.
Oh, it's gone.
It's gone.
I was speaking shit.
That like 10 seconds, it's gone.
What was your way of like getting good at speaking in Japanese?
Getting good at speaking. Wow, man, I wouldn't say I'm good at speaking.
You're good at reading. You're way better than reading.
Yeah. So for me, I think for me, I still have like weird hangups with speaking Japanese because I'm like not confident in my Japanese ability, or like I freeze up
Yeah.
and I forget words,
Oh yeah.
and I'm like, what was the word for dog? Inushishi. That's it. Yeah.
I knew.
Yeah,
Fuck!
yeah, exactly right. No, and yeah, that seems to happen a lot, but it's funny because like I can talk to my girlfriend in Japanese and have like a full conversation and not use English, and
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
But if I'm talking to someone I don't know and I need to speak Japanese, immediately I'm just like,
Wait, what?
I become a fucking idiot,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh, are you?
Retarded.
Are you mentally handicapped? Like, what's wrong with
Were
you?"
you kicked by a horse as a
Yeah.
young man?
Yeah,
sir?
exactly,
Like,
right?
are you good,
So,
my dude?
for me, at least for like learning, and I think the reason why I'm good at kanji is like I have like an eidetic memory.
Oh man, can't.
So the way I used to study
Mm.
in university, I used to go into near my classroom. There's always like an empty room across the hall,
Mm.
and nobody used it for classes. It was just like an empty room.
Score.
Yeah, so I would go in there before like tests or something, or like if I need to study, I would take all the vocabulary we have, write it once on the board, move to the back of the room, sit there, and just stare at the
Absorb the information.
yeah, basically
Dude,
like
fuck,
take like
that's cool.
take like a photograph with my mind. So it's really weird because I remember when I would take a test
Mm.
and it would be like, okay, if I had the word like sekai or something on the word list, right? And then I get the paper for the test and it's like, oh, write sekai in kanji.
Mm.
So they write it in hiragana, sekai, okay, write in kanji. And I would know in my brain, okay, sekai was on this part of the board.
Then you can see.
And it was over here, and I know, okay, it looks like this, and then I write it down. That's the way I would remember it. But that does not aid me in any way, shape, or form for grammar,
No.
because grammar is much more fluid. It's
Yeah.
like vocabulary is all like rote memorization. You
Yeah.
either know it or you don't.
Yeah, that's it.
Where grammar is a lot more fluid.
Mm.
So that's why I think that's part of the reason why I have a problem speaking a lot of the time, because I just have that very straightforward, structured approach.
To actually like study. I
Yeah.
mean, that's pretty good for like my kanji sucks.
Mm.
Like my kanji is like, so I got a guy who's like, so I use Wanikani.
Mm.
He's like, I jumped back on it recently because I needed to start studying kanji again because
Mm-hmm.
my kanji is like so fucking bad. So there's a guy who's been studying Japanese for like a year now,
Mm.
and he goes to me, "Oh, I'm also using Wanikani. What level are you on?" And I go, "Oh, like level 6." And he goes, "What? I'm on level 8." I was like, "Cool." And he goes, "Wait, how the fuck are you on level 6 but you speak like basically fluently?" And I'm like, "Well, that's the curse.
Mm.
That's just the curse,
Yeah.
my dude. Like, you're good at some things, you're bad at others. man.
Language is
That's just-
weird.
Language is weird, dude. But the way I used to study language was 'cause obviously, me, I'm just like very active and everyone loves me or
Right.
hates me. It's
Either or.
It's either or. It's never both. It's either or. So the way I used to start, I think I said this on the cast before, that I used to like go to bars after studying all day
Mm-hmm.
and then just like hang out in the bar and just speak Japanese, like
Yeah.
the bar people.
Mhm.
And that's how I like got good at speaking. But then with kanji and stuff, I've got to like sit down,
And actually do
do
it
it,
and
yeah.
actually read it. Yeah.
I've got to read it and write it and sit there and do it, and it takes like a long time.
Yeah.
And then after I stopped teaching English, I was like, I don't have time to like do this because I'm just at work. Like, I don't have time to sit down and study kanji.
Yeah.
So the kanji I know is stuff like, so I do distribution in my company.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like dumb distribution kanji, which is like
outgoing, ingoing,
outgoing, distribution, like bush like that. Like, I'm like, I don't need any of this kanji. Like, this is useless to me.
Right.
But I forgot like society. Like, I forgot yononaka. Like, I forgot the kanji for society. I forgot the word for society, and I was like, what? What? Like, really basic stuff I forget. Really, it's kanji is a thing where I feel like unless you're constantly studying it,
like at least like consistently having upkeep of new stuff,
you're gonna forget. Like, honestly, even Japanese people have that though.
Yeah,
like I felt really bad about it for a long time. I was like, oh no, I'm trash. This is awful. And then I was talking to my friend, and he was like, no.
Oh yeah, there's Japanese people they see kanji and they're like,
the fuck's
I
that?
don't know what the fuck this means.
Yeah, which makes me feel better.
Yeah, a little bit.
I was way better. I'm like, I was saying to my friend, I was like, what is that kanji? What is this kanji? And he's like, I don't know. And I'm like,
yeah,
sick. Good. We're on the
which
same level.
is really weird because like the similar thing in English would be like forgetting your ABCs.
Yeah,
and that's
which
like
is so weird. Yeah,
how that wouldn't happen.
How would you? I feel like maybe in English it's like just words that people don't use anymore.
Right. That's the kanji of English is old like antiquated words or like very like highly technical ones.
There we go. Yeah.
Where you just
don't know them. Yeah, no one knows.
Like,
unless you're in that field.
Or like really niche synonyms of words. Yeah.
Like sycophant is a good one.
Yeah, a sycophant. Yeah,
sycophant. Brown noser. My mother taught me that word.
A sycophant.
My mother. I remember like I think I was in fucking secondary school, and she said like like she was telling us a story regaling her day. She used the word sycophant, and I was like, "What the fuck's that?" She's like, "You don't know the word sycophant?" I was like, "Mother, how the hell will I know that?" And she's like, "Oh, it means like brown noser," and I was like, "Ah."
Sycophants is a good word.
Sycophant. Yeah.
Sycophant.
I was like, I'll never forget that word. That's decent.
But like words that you would never use, like penultimate.
Yeah. Or Americans. What's that thing Americans always say wrong? They say, I could care less.
You mean I couldn't care less?
There we go. Yeah. But they say I could care less.
Let me explain this. I could care less. If I could take away the care from someone else to make it negative care, then I could care less than zero. If I could make someone else not care.
Yeah.
Technically,
yeah. But there are like tons of like weird turn of phrases that like get like wrong.
Oh, you mean like a very bone apple tea?
Bone apple tea, everyone.
Bone apple tea.
Bone apple tea, guys. Like,
I do love a good misspelling of a saying.
A good misspelling of a saying.
It's not even a misspelling. It's just wrong.
Just wrong. You're just saying
the phonetics of what you think it actually says.
I feel like people do that in Japanese all the time as well.
Probably.
Like learners of Japanese do that a lot, where they think a word is a certain word and they say it like with confidence, and you're like, "Oh, that's wrong.
That's wrong.
That's wrong, my man." And yeah, I think you can get away with it at times. People know what you mean.
Yes,
but
I mean that might be attributed to because Japanese is a context language.
Yeah.
So where if you said something that's like remotely similar to another word, but it's completely wrong, they'd be like, "Oh, they meant this."
They meant it, yeah.
Based on the context I have.
Japanese. For those learning Japanese, this is a fucking pro fucking tip. So Japanese being a context language, you can just cut out tons of your sentence.
Yes.
And it makes sense still.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so there are words I just forget to use. Like, so I went to Starbucks and on the way here, and I was like, because all the like the honey and the cinnamon and shit's all behind the counter now.
Yeah.
So I was like, I kind of want her to put honey in my coffee, but I was like, do I say like hachimitsu orite kudasai, or do I say like hachimitsu onegai shimasu, or do I say like what do I say? So she knows that I want honey in my coffee. Irete is kind of weird. Kakute is kind of peculiar. Like
I never know when to use irete or haite.
Or haite. So I was like irete, haite, kakute.
They have the same kanji.
Yep.
The same like written way.
Yep.
They mean different things.
Yep.
And they're said differently.
Yep.
It's
some
weird.
So I'm looking at this bitch and I'm like, what do I say? I was like,
But they both mean to go into something.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's that kind of stuff is confusing.
So I looked at this woman and I went, hachimitsu. And she goes, okay. That's it.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's doing it in the UK. Like, if
you just looked at someone and went, honey,
she'd be like, darling.
What about it?
Literally, yeah, we have it.
And?
What do you want me to do with it? It's like, can you put it in my coffee? He's like, no. Fuck off. Welcome to the States. That's America in my mind.
You get bad customer service.
Yeah. Do you miss bad customer service?
No. Why would I miss bad? Here's why I don't miss bad customer service. The reason why I don't miss bad customer service is because I had to drive my car 30 minutes to get to that bad customer service.
Oh my god.
So by the time I get to the customer service and it's shit,
yeah.
I'm already mad. So you're just making it worse by being a dickhead.
I think this is why everyone in America and like to some extent maybe also Canada is always angry. Because they have to drive a long way to get to shit.
Yeah. If you don't live in a major city, yes.
Yeah, like it must be annoying. Like going... I remember staying in Atlanta in my grandmother's house. And wants to go to the dollar store, which is like the nearest corner store. And I was like, Mother, I'll be going to the dollar store. Where is it? And she goes, oh, it's up the road. And I go, how do I get there? And she goes, oh, you just walk up this road. I go, okay, sounds doable.
Yeah.
I'll do that. I was like, how long will it take? 20 minutes.
Yeah.
20-minute walk to the fucking dollar store. 20 minutes! Fuck! If I want to go to the combini...
It's never more than 5 minutes away.
My combini is... I have 3 near my house. I have 2 7-Elevens for some reason.
Yeah.
And a mini stop.
Yeah, I got a Family Mart and a 7-Eleven. They're like a little bit farther away. But maybe that just feels that way because of the hill.
It's because of the hill. David lives on a fucking mountain.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I feel like this is... Man, Japan is... So my friend is going from... there's currently a bunch of people binging our podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a bunch currently they've all messaged me like, I'm binging the podcast from episode 1. So when you guys get to this episode, you know...
Fuck you.
Yeah. Fuck you guys.
You from future David.
Listen to so damn... So my friend in Korea...
Yeah.
She's binging our podcast now. So she'll probably get here when she's back in the UK.
Right, okay.
So she's going back to the UK because she's sick of Korea, basically. And I was like to her, bro, when you get back to the UK, you are going to hate so much. So, like, there's going to be tiny, tiny things that's going to really irk you.
The shit that you moved to Korea and you're like, I hate this. You'll move back to the UK and be like, oh yeah, I forgot this shit exists. This sucks.
There we go. That's when I go back to the UK. I always go back once a year.
Yeah.
Christmas. And I think the max amount of time is 3 weeks to a month. Because 1 week you get there.
I can't even handle that long.
Bro, do you know, I always forget how bad it is. I'll get back to the UK and I go, roast chicken, family, friends, drinking in the park at nighttime, hanging out and being silly. All the UK is wonderful. Then I ride the underground and I'm like, this place kind of sucks. What do you mean there's no timetable with these trains? What's going on here?
I need to be this place now.
Like, why the train? Okay, fair enough, fair dues. You walk around, you're like, why is it so cold? What the fuck's going on? Why is it so damp?
Yep.
Why is everyone in my way?
Maybe we should talk about that because, like, you don't think about it, right?
Yeah.
But by the time you've moved here or Korea or wherever, like out of your home country, and then you move back, you've acclimated to where you were living.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, oh, this is normal, like whatever. And you go back and you're like, I don't remember this shit being fucking annoying.
It's so weird. Yes.
But I hate it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so strange, guys. This honestly, that's a really weird thing about moving to another country.
Yeah.
Especially if you're there for like a year or two, moving back is really difficult. Like, I don't think people can just easily move back.
You definitely, well, there is that not like a syndrome, but like where you feel like lost in your own country. You're like, I don't belong here anymore.
Oh yeah, I have that whenever I go back to the UK. I'm always like, how do we do things here? Like, where do I go? Like,
yeah.
But I think my main thing is I'm always like, what do we do? Like when I'm hanging out with my friends in Japan, I know what we're going to do. We're gonna fuck up karaoke. We're gonna go to a batting cage, maybe. Batting cage is fucking rock. Go for driving course, perhaps, which we gotta hit up.
Yes. There's
That's
one.
gonna be.
There's one. Actually, I think there's one that's even closer than the one that we saw.
We're gonna hit up a driving course, guys. It's gonna be.
Yeah.
It's just what we do in Japan. It's whatever, guys. But yeah, it's like a driving course you can hit up. It's like bowling. There's like fucking darts and shit. There's like all night bars and karaoke. There's like this is Japan. Like we don't sleep here. You know, we can do whatever we want to do. And I'm like, cool. I know that if we hang out from this time to this time, there's gonna be tons of shit for us to do.
Right.
I know if everyone misses last train, there's gonna be tons of shit for us to do all fucking night.
Yeah. Yes.
It will be.
Yep.
Tons of shit. I can go and watch a movie in Shinjuku in the cinema at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Why not? No one's gonna be there.
No one's gonna be there. I've done it before.
Yeah.
It's really fun. It was really drunk. It was great. It was a good time. I go out to the UK and I meet my friends, and I'm like, what do we do? Like, I want to meet you guys. I just want to hang out and talk because it's been a while.
Right.
But I'm like, if there's like an activity you want to do, like you're gonna have to tell. I don't know what we do here. Like,
right.
What did we do here? Like in the past, I don't know. Apart from like watching a movie,
Bummed around.
but literally bummed around.
Probably. Yeah.
What do we do here? Like, I don't know what we do.
Yeah, it is the same for me in Canada. You know, like if you were hanging out with your friends, you kind of had to like make it an event. It was like, oh, we all have to drive to go somewhere, so we all have to be kind of in tune and on time and going to wherever, or we would just play games online with each other.
There we go.
So I have internet in Japan. I can do that anyway, and I don't need to be back home. So yeah, it's kind of whenever I go back, I always feel kind of trapped.
Yeah,
and I just hate that feeling. I absolutely hate it. Yeah, because
bad.
If you don't have a car or like
you're fucked. Yeah,
you know. Okay, for like example, you know, at my family's house.
Yeah,
I used to own a car. My brother had a car. My dad had a car. My mom had a car. All of us had a car, right?
Jesus, wait, separate cars?
Yes, because we're all going to different jobs. We're all doing, and we all have to drive, right?
Yeah.
So by the time I got a car, I was fine. I could go wherever I wanted to. But when I went back and I didn't have a car, I'm stuck in my house, and I'm like, what do I do? Where do I go? Like, I can't do anything because I cannot leave unless someone else drives me somewhere.
Yeah,
I cannot leave. I mean, I guess I could walk to the city, but that's going to take me like 5-6 hours. So fuck that. And it's, you know, when I'm usually going back to Christmas, right? So it's snowy and cold as fuck. And nope, no thanks.
See, living in a city makes you selfish as fuck.
It does a little bit.
I'm from like London, so train.
Yeah,
train, bus. I'm good.
It's good. It's good to know that people are binge listening the podcast. Yeah.
What happened was that so I told a bunch of people that I had a podcast, and obviously everyone got busy with like their own lives,
right?
And then they realized that, oh shit, a podcast is happening, so they went back to it,
right?
But then they were like, oh, this is insane. I didn't realize how good this was. Now they're just like going for the podcast.
Speaking of that though, last episode did quite well. Listening to 45 minutes of weeb music.
Yo,
we did get
that was so much fun.
Good feedback on that.
We're gonna do another one of those.
Okay.
They were really fun.
Can I have one fucking song I want to play right now?
What are you
doing? I forgot it.
Go on.
Yeah. So hang on. Let me see. I'll just find it here.
Is this more weeb music?
Yes. No? You know what? It's hard to say. I don't really know. But yeah, so I didn't know this existed until my friend he sent me the link on YouTube, and he's like, "Oh wow, like oh, thanks." He sent me the link and he's like, "Oh yeah, like check out this opening, the Japanese opening to X-Men."
Yeah. It's so good.
It's so good. And with the fucking we're going to watch the video here. Via the magic.
Holy shit, that's good.
The magic of not
cinema.
Yeah, the magic of cinema. I can just do this. Oh, look, there we go. Man, let's watch a video.
You fucking leveled up this video shit, dude.
But
the video cast is good.
This song is so fucking good. It's so great. I don't know why Magneto summons aliens from
Yeah,
aliens.
why? How did Magneto do that?
But this song is fucking awesome. But the reason it's awesome is if you know Japanese. The lyrics to this song are fucking hardcore as shit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So,
fuck me, dude.
夢を飲み込み、街は
What you want?
輝く is like the city that like swallows or like gulps down your dreams is like shining.
Yeah. Fuck, dude.
But I think the next line is one of my favorites. The line is like, make your body hard through like steel and hate or something. No, it's fucking great. Yeah. And of course, it meets the requirements
We have
of
last video. Random
bullshit English.
You gotta have bullshit English in fucking songs, dude.
Oh, it's fucking great.
Dude, since last week I've been listening to so much Voodoo, but we also like. But who gave us this topic of Voodoo shit?
Someone sent it to me.
It was such a good topic. Like, guys, well done for that, by the way.
Also, this opening song or opening animation only in Japan. They never used any of that opening animation anywhere else
No way.
except for in the Japanese version. I didn't know that there was a Japanese version of X-Men.
To be fair, Japan has like really random versions of like Western
Western
animations.
animation,
Yeah.
yes.
Like a Phineas and Ferb.
Gumball.
Well, Gumball
probably
does.
what you're
Phineas
thinking of.
Phineas and Ferb has one as well, of course. Then
Yeah.
what's the other one I was thinking of that's similar to Phineas and Ferb? Oh my god, Adventure Time.
Yes, yeah.
Adventure Time also has, like, if you've ever been to Japan, like, Adventure Time is really popular for some
Mhm.
reason. Like, there's tons of Adventure Time merch like, everywhere.
It's
love
weird.
BMO,
Yeah, it's weird.
the little blue robot.
Mhm.
Oh, you found it? Who sent it to us?
A user on Instagram by the name of Owen Patchett 10.
Oh, dude, I got
It was funny because like I asked him like, oh, what do you want us to talk about on the thing?
Yeah.
And they just put anime OPs. That was it. It wasn't like, oh, you should talk about blah blah blah. No, just 2 words. Anime OPs.
And you're
Done.
like, done. Dude, done.
Done.
I got, for those who are in the Discord, you already saw it. The greatest. Someone sent us a fucking hilarious meme. Like, join the Discord, hit us up, we'll send you the link to it.
Oh no.
You
No,
gonna put it in the video?
No. My friend.
Slam that.
My friend.
Slam that shit in the video.
There you
Boom.
go. You just make it bigger. Look at that. I have the power of technology now.
So, this was sent by David Humphreys, you fucking legend. So let me tell you the story. So I'm on the train yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 11:30. It's like 11:40 at fucking night. Right?
Yeah.
I'm already. I'm kind of wavy. Trying to go home. I'm checking my messages. You know. I open this message. It's like an unread message. I'm like, oh, who's messaging me from the? Must be from someone new. I open it up and I see this meme. I'm on a crowded train and I'm like trying to not like die of laughter. It's so
I goofed
fucking
up here.
funny.
Just need to
Dude. It's
zoom
so
us to
good.
full screen. Should probably do that.
It's basically
Sorry, everyone.
For those who know the memes, it's basically the space astronaut meme,
Yeah.
and it's the for those who are listening.
Wait,
on the,
it's always been whatever.
yeah. It's
It
like
always has been.
never has been. So like this one was, it's a picture of the world, Tokyo Fresh logo, and astronaut's like, wait, it's not an anime podcast. The guy's like, never has been.
It definitely never has been an
Never
anime
Never
podcast.
has been, dude.
But yeah, last podcast was a solid 45
Dude,
minutes
that was a
of
solid 45 minutes of just anime bullshit.
yeah, and people were telling me like, oh yeah, like I had very like a nostalgia trip of listening to a lot of those anime OPs because they were definitely older, most of them.
Yeah.
And I think that's just a what's it called? A product, yeah, a product of us growing up
When we
in
grew
Western countries where like a lot of old anime came out when we were young,
Yeah,
because that was all that was out.
Oh yeah, pretty much, dude. Oh, speaking of, I'm gonna go. I'm fully gonna like take this conversation in another direction entirely. But it's only because you know that we got that big old summer vacation, not summer vacation. We just finished September.
Yes.
Has a little holiday in it.
Mhm.
But before we're talking about doing some traveling in Japan.
Yes.
So we're gonna go to Tsushima.
Yeah, I want to go to Tsushima.
That'll be so fucking sick, dude, in Tsushima. But I'm thinking, I'm trying to travel to every prefecture in Japan.
Is that like its own prefecture? No, I don't think it is. It's
No.
part of like it's part of Nagasaki.
Fuck, I've been Nagasaki. Oh well, I'll go there again anyway. Because in Fukuokaじゃなくて, in Kyushu,
Yeah.
I need to go to Kagoshima, Miyazaki, and Saga.
Yeah.
So I gotta go to those three
Mm-hmm.
places anyway. I've got a bay in Saga, so I definitely gotta go to Saga and check that out.
Okay.
But I've not been to what's this area called above Tokyo?
It's
Not Honshu? No.
well, Honshu's the whole island.
Honshu's the whole fucking island.
We call that the Darklands of apples. That no
Man,
one goes to.
there ain't nothing fucking
No,
there.
yeah, so like Aomori-ken and like Miyazaki and stuff like that.
So I'm thinking to do like Aomori, Akita, Yamagata, Niigata.
Yeah.
Maybe Toyama.
In one go?
Yeah.
Jesus, how long are you taking off work?
Like a week and a bit. They gave me, so I didn't know this. Because we had Obon, we don't actually get Obon per se.
Mm-hmm.
They just give you some more holidays in your contract.
Okay.
And you can use them whenever you want. So in September,
Yeah.
there's a 4-day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense to take my 5 days off during that 4-day weekend.
Yeah.
Stretch that fucking shit out to
Yeah.
fucking 9 days.
9 days.
That's a 10-day holiday.
Yeah, that'll do it.
I'm gonna take it. That's a holiday. I'm gonna take that holiday, dude, and I'm gonna travel to a bunch of places. And
Smart.
you gotta do the same thing. And then I'm thinking maybe we do, because I want to go Niigata, but you don't like Nihonshu really.
Not particularly, no.
Niigata's basically good rice in Nihonshu.
Right.
If you want to fuck with Niigata, so I'm thinking maybe.
Dude, I'm down to go anywhere because like realistically, I have not traveled anywhere just because I kept getting fucked over whenever I wanted to go somewhere. Like the last place I went was Himeji.
I love Himeji so much.
And that was because like the stars aligned and the Shinkansen didn't explode that week and there wasn't a giant debilitating storm fucking up all of Japan.
we got that 2 week. No, so we got that half price Shinkansen ticket coming up.
Yes. Yep.
So I'm thinking I want to take a Shinkansen to Aomori
Mm-hmm.
and see what's going on up there.
Okay.
So I know the apples are pretty good, and they have like lingoshu, like apple wine,
apple cider
type
wine.
thing.
Yeah.
And you know I gotta drink that, David.
Right.
I feel like it's really important that I drink whatever alcohol is in.
Mm-hmm.
So my whole thing of traveling is that I go to an area and I go, alright, what's famous here? And I go check it out.
Mhm.
And then I go, okay, what's delicious here? And then I eat it. And I go, alright, what's your region's alcohol? And then I consume copious amounts of that alcohol.
There you
David.
go. Problem solved.
That's how I fucking travel. That's what I gotta do. I wanna go Aomori, drink that
Mm-hmm.
Ingoshu. What's in Akita?
Snow.
Drink some of that snow.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know what's in Akita.
That's my whole thing. Like a lot of these places, I don't know what's famous there.
Right.
Like I only know Aomori is famous for
Dogs.
Dogs. The
Akita.
dog. The fucking. I can drink some of them dogs.
Don't drink a dog. Bad.
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 You know, a bad time. So I kind of want to go Ibaraki,
Mm.
only because Sean, who had on the podcast before,
Yes.
he lived in Ibaraki,
Uh-huh.
and me and my French friend have this meme because when he lived in Ibaraki, we never went.
Right.
And now he's living in Tokyo.
You're
Now,
gonna go.
yeah, now me and my French friend desperately want to go to Ibaraki. And whenever we meet together as a three, I'm always like, hey, his name is Koda. I'm like, hey, Kodas, do you want to go Ibaraki? I heard it's really good. And they have like natto there. And it sounds delicious. And we always like say the town he lived in. I forgot what it's
Right.
called. We're like, we should go to Mito. Oh, that's a great town. Do we know anyone there? And he's like, no. And I'm like,
Nuts.
if
Dang.
only we knew someone. Sean's
If you
there.
only knew someone in Mito.
Sean's there just getting like pissed off. Like, fuck guys. I was there for like 3 years and no one
Right.
visited me.
No one came.
I didn't go.
Yeah, who's going to Ibaraki? No one's
Nothing's
going to
Ibaraki.
Ibaraki.
My question is like, where will be? Because I'm trying to complete all of Japan.
Right.
I've done 28 prefectures
Mm,
out of 47.
right.
I got like a couple left to go, but I'm thinking the next like little roundabout where I'm
Mhm.
gonna go next. Yeah, kind of.
The thing about like the northern provinces is that they're big.
They're so
They're
big.
huge.
Fuck.
Like Aomori Ken is huge.
Yep. I think that's my problem with like traveling to the northern areas. So when you go to like Kyoto, Osaka, it's like in my mind there are two ways to travel. You
Right.
can bullshit it or you can do it properly.
Mhm.
And to bullshit it is to be like, so my friend does this and I fucking hate it. Like, I went to Okayama. When I was in Okayama, I was there for like a few days. I climbed the tower, the big old building, took some photos. I went to a
Right.
bar, I drank a bunch, I met some friends, I hung out, I did the castle. It was beautiful. I was there for 2-3 days. Perfect.
Right.
I'm like, I've been to Okayama. This person is very competitive. They want to be the best. They want to have traveled the most places. They go, I've also been to Okayama. And I go, cool, what did you do? How was it? Have a conversation. Like, oh, I jumped on the Shinkansen. I was looking around. I'm back on the Shinkansen. I was like, so you changed stations at Okayama? Doesn't sound like you went to Okayama.
Yeah.
It kind of sounds like you sort of passed it. You know what I mean? Sure, you had that JR pass and you jumped off the Shinkansen, you walked around a bit and you came back on again. But if I'm ticking boxes,
Right.
would you really tick?
You
that box?
gotta spend at least more than like a day.
Gotta spend more than a day there. Like,
Yeah.
I think the first time I went to, where did I go? Nara.
Mm.
I did like not even a day. I was in and out
Mm-hmm.
in like a couple hours.
Well, I
Like-
mean, I can understand Nara a little bit more if you're staying in like Kyoto.
Oh
And you're, you go to Nara for the day and then
Yeah.
you go back.
Go
like,
back
I
again.
get that.
I get that. Yeah. For me, I have to find out the secrets.
Mm.
I have to know what in this area is the reason I'll go back to it again.
Right.
Why should I keep traveling here? And Nara has deer. And everyone knows Nara
Yep.
has
That's about it.
deer. But you look a bit deeper, Nara has some cool shit.
Oh yeah.
It's further out, it's like more countryside-ish areas.
Okay. Yeah.
But they
Mm.
have some good shit in Nara. Apart from the deer and the giant Buddha and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm
The
looking for.
the touristy
The
stuff.
touristy shit, you know? I'm like, if you're trying to be like a Japan completist, if you want to hit up every prefecture in Japan,
Right.
there are two camps. There's just boom bang, I've done it, or
Mhm.
there's I did it. And I went. I
Right.
saw cool shit. I have some cool stories. I drank a ton. I made some friends. I mean, that's my camp. Join my camp. My camp's better. There's no point just
Bullshitting.
bullshitting it. Like, cause no one's gonna care. Like cause honestly, when you finish the list, once you've traveled to every place in Japan,
Yeah.
no one cares.
No.
I promise you this.
Yeah.
No
So
one-
you should enjoy your time when you go.
It's about the travel. It's not about completing the actual list.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Like, I've met people who've done the entire thing. Well, I was in Izakaya, and I was talking about
Mail's here.
Mail's here. Mail time. I was talking about trying to visit everywhere in Japan, and a guy from another table who spoke English was like, "Oh, I did that. I visited everywhere in Japan." And I was like, "Oh, wow, you must have some great stories." And he was like, "Yeah, I have a few." And I was like, "That's great." And then I turned back to my table and I finished my conversation I was having.
Mhm.
Because while it is an achievement, it's not one anyone's going to care about.
Not really. No.
No,
It's like it's a very.
it's for you.
Yeah. I mean, it should be like.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I think traveling should be for
It's for
you.
you, dude.
Like, it's not a bragging thing. Like, I don't always. Okay, here's the thing that
Go on.
drives me nuts.
Go on.
Right.
Go on.
You always have people. I think this is more on like dating profiles or stuff too, but I see it
Go on.
frequently. It'll be like they'll have like a flag for like every country they've been to. I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Don't.
I
give
literally
a
do not care.
fuck. Oh my god. Yeah, I hate that.
It's
I
because
hate
like
that.
that doesn't tell me anything about you. That means you had money to get on a plane to go to a country to do whatever.
Whatever.
Right?
Yeah.
Like if I had the money, I could do the exact same thing. Like it's nothing special
Yeah.
about you, really.
The greatest thing is it would be like, so these profiles they're always one for me. It would be like, countries visited, like 20 flags, and you'd be like, next countries, like 5 flags, like places I've lived, like 3 flags, Japanese only.
Mm.
Motherfucker, how did you even travel?
Right.
Motherfucker, what did you do? You went to like a Japanese centric like travel company type thing to
Probably,
move around.
yeah.
Like fuck off. You didn't really do anything in the country.
Mhm.
Like get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I asked you like how was Spain, you would be like, oh, Spain was great. I ate paella. I saw the famous Spanish thing. That's it.
The famous Spanish thing.
I've been to Spain 11 times.
Name one famous Spanish thing.
Spain.
You got me there.
Checkmate.
Shit.
Checkmate, liberals.
Shit.
Oh shit. Fucking.
Ugh.
But the thing I love most about Spain was the Sagrada Familia. Sagrada Familia, the big old cathedral.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's a nice little.
Is that? I know.
Barcelona.
I'm thinking of a different place.
That's Barcelona. I think Barcelona. Madrid?
The Hagia Sophia.
Hagia Sophia. Oh.
Yeah. Okay. That's in Spain too.
Yeah,
right?
I think so.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I'm not crazy.
Probably.
Probably.
Listen, let me tell you right now, I am not what you call into geography.
As the man who has the history degree of world history, I should probably know that.
Man, I am so bad with like knowing where things are on maps
Mm.
and just like maps in general.
Right.
So people are like, hey, could you like if I show a blank map and someone's like, could you point out America? I'll be like, boom, done. Like, where's the UK? I'll be like, smash, I've done it. Can you point Japan out? Well, bam, look at that, it's done. Alright, where's Uzbekistan? I'll be like, I need to get out of here real quick.
Yeah. Exactly. Right.
Don't know where that is, boy. Like it's
It's with all the other stands.
all the other stands all in a line, you know, Uzbekistan, Uzbekistan.
Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan,
I
Pakistan,
got it.
Turkmenistan.
Turkmenistan! Yes! That's the other Stan. Stan.
Stan.
Good bloke.
Love that guy.
Love that dude. Stan, dude. Fucking sick. Nah, man. Yeah, dating profiles have that a lot. It would be like a tons of things, like
Mhm.
countries they've been to. But a lot of them are really boring, you'll find.
Yeah, go figure.
I've dated a girl. I went on a date with a girl who had the profile of like tons of countries.
Yep.
Because I was thinking like, oh, this will be fun. We can have like conversations about all the places she's been. We've been to some similar places. I can
Right.
talk about Germany because I love Germany. It's be great. And I sat down and I'm like, oh, you went to Germany? How was Germany? She's like, oh, it was great. I'm like, what did you do in Germany? She's like, oh, it was great. I'm like, that's not why I asked. I'm like, what did you do? What did you see? Where did you go?
Yeah.
I have some fucking stories about Germany. Like, I could fill a book with the stories I have about Germany.
Mm.
Like, the first time I saw mountains that were so big, they scared me to my core was in Germany.
Mm.
Like, it's shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell the story now. Fuck you. I'm gonna tell that story. So, my uncle lives in Munich.
Oh, really?
Love this man. Yeah, he's the man I idolize like pretty highly. Like the things I do in my life is because I love this man. I'm trying to be similar to what he did, but in Japan.
Mm.
Amazing dude. So we'd go to Germany and Munich to hang out, to like just like spend like winters and summers there a lot of time.
Right. Okay.
So we're in a car. We're going driving to his friend's cottage in I forgot where it was in maybe just outside Munich or in Munich. I forget exactly where. It's in the mountainous regions. So we're swirling up like this fucking crazy road, going up and up and up and up. And I'm like, man, I'm a kid. I'm like, this is crazy. Look how big this road is. There's trees everywhere and shit. We swerve out. We get to the top of this thing. We've been going fucking left and right, snaking up this road for like maybe 30 minutes now. Like, it's crazy. I'm thinking, this is insane. We get to the top. We start going down a bit. And as you start going down, you realize, like, where the fuck you are. And this village is nestled. Like, and that's the only word you can use. It's literally
Right.
nestled, like, inside this whole range of mountains.
Mm-hmm.
And it terrified me. Because I've never seen structures that big in my entire life. Like, you're driving down this mountain and you just see this fucking huge, massive, jagged peak.
Mhm.
Snow-capped. I'm like, this is insane. We're going to this village. Is this safe? When you get into the village, no matter where you go,
There's mountains.
You can see
Yeah.
the fuck. It's
Mhm.
huge. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. But as a kid, that memory, I always remember that fucking huge-ass peak. And it really stays with you. And then to go on a date with someone who's been like, I've been to Germany, you know, I've seen some shit. And you're like, oh, tell me your stories about Germany. And they go, I ate pretzels and I drank
Love schnitzel.
love schnitzel. I had some German schnitzel in my mouth. It was great. And I'm like,
Oh, I bet she
I
did.
bet you fucking did. I'm like, did you see anything? Do you have any stories? And it's like,
I experienced German hard power.
I experienced German hard power, dude. Listen, She experienced that fucking hard power, dude, honestly. So I was like, so you have no stories from like you're boring. Next. Sending the next one. Like it's boring. Like if you're gonna travel, same story about trying to visit area in Japan. Travel for you.
Yeah.
Like if someone mentioned a prefecture I'd gone to, I have a story about it. Fukuoka, man. I sinned in Fukuoka.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I haven't been to Fukuoka yet. There's a lot of. I've been mostly to like most of like central Japan.
Yeah.
I wanna get farther than Himeji. Like I haven't been past Himeji.
Hiroshima?
Yeah, no, I haven't been to Hiroshima.
Oh, if you go to Hiroshima, there's what's that really sad museum? The
Genbaku
bomb?
Dome.
Yeah. I'm not going. I've been once. That was enough.
Oh yeah, because it's fucking depressing.
It's fucking depressing. I'll never go again. I will never.
I imagine that's like very similar to like what the Holocaust Museum is like.
Yeah, it's depressing. But you know what I did afterwards?
Drank.
Hiroshima Yaki.
Oh, there you go. Hey.
Man, listen, guys, let me tell you. When you go to Hiroshima, you have to go to the Bakudan Museum. You gotta go to the bomb museum. You've got to walk around.
Yeah.
Be depressed. There's some really depressing shit in there. I'm not gonna say what it is, but it's depressing. You gotta walk around. You gotta feel the weight of the incident in your head. You leave. You feel a bit sad. And you go munch some fucking Hiroshima Yaki, and everything's okay again. I promise you. Go into a Hiroshima Yaki-san. You order 2 fucking Hiroshima Yakis.
And then everything's okay.
Everything's okay, dude. I was so depressed, and he was like, "Do you want a Hiroshima Yaki?" And I was like, "Yeah,
I do."
I was like, "Yo, have fun. I'm kind of sad though." And he's like, "Make it." I'm like, "Oh shit, it's like 2 layers and stuff. What's going on here?" He starts putting that bacon down. The little things go on top.
Yeah.
Starts piling this negia, and I'm like, I'm feeling better already. Can I eat
the little things on top is like what, puffed rice?
The puffed rice stuff.
Yeah.
Holy
I have some in my house.
Shit, dude. Fuck, the puffed rice stuff is fucking good, dude.
I had Hiroshima Yaki this week.
Did you?
Yeah.
Fuck. I want to eat it. It's so. Did you make it?
Yeah.
God damn.
Well, I didn't make it. My girlfriend made it.
Jealous. She's Himeji.
Yeah. So she made like her style of
They got
okonomiyaki.
good. They got good fucking okonomiyaki.
And I found out there's a kaiten sushi place close to my house. Yeah.
Where? Wait, what one is it? Is it the one you can put the plates in the thing and get price?
Sadly, it's not.
Fuck, that's the only one I like going to.
Sushiro?
Sushiro.
Yeah.
Sushiro's okay. No, it's the one for the prizes is...
Yeah, Sushiro.
Yeah, Sushiro, yeah.
It is Sushiro.
Yeah,
no, it's not. Hamazushi.
Yes, not bad. Not bad. Not bad.
It was good.
Yeah, sushi's good. Sushi's always good. Man, I kind of want... Before this video started, we were watching Kimagure Kuku.
Yeah.
One of my favorite Japanese cooking YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
And this man he's a magician. He makes like some of the most amazing shit with fish.
Yeah.
And then after, I always binge watch his videos at like 4 a.m. Which is...
It's weird how that happens, yeah.
It always happens. But then, I mean, you watch his videos, the next week, all you want to eat is fish.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All you want to eat is fish. I swear down.
That's why I wanted to go to sushi. I hadn't eaten fish in like forever.
Man, I gotta get some fish, dude. Now I don't want sushi. Now I want like sakana
Like
shabu shabu. Yeah, I want like shabu shabu. Like, I want a big old fish, like a
Grilled
giant
fish.
ass grilled fish.
Yes.
That I can eat with ponzu.
Oh, it's fucking
just-
good.
Fuck, man, that's the best shit.
I have to go find if there's a good fish restaurant closer here. There has to be.
There's gotta be.
Yeah.
It's Japan. There's fish
Yeah.
everywhere here.
Exactly.
My house doesn't have any good fish restaurants near me.
Mm.
We got that garlic ramen place,
Right.
which is so fucking good. But it's only good drunk. No, that's lie. It's good sober as well. But it's better drunk.
It's better drunk.
It's so good drunk. And the guy, I miss him. I gotta go back, but I've not been drunk enough yet to go back.
It's hard when you can't go to an establishment to get drunk.
It is hard. Like, I had a beer with him one time at 4 o'clock in the morning. He's a babe. Like, we were drinking near my station. Everyone went home. Then we were gonna go home. So, bye guys, love you all. I go to the ramen place by myself because the guy's a babe. He doesn't close till like 5, 6 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So I go in. I'm like, yo, and he's like, oh, it's like, why are you here at like 4 in the morning? And I'm like,
Because I can be.
yeah, it's like, because you're open, and I'm drunk,
Right.
and I want ramen,
Right, exactly.
and a beer. Bring me these things, and he did. And I was like, yo, I'll buy you a beer, and he was like, no, I'm working. I'm like, I don't care. Do you care? And he's like, no. I'm like, why are you
I'm the only one here.
I'm the only one here. I ain't no snitch.
Exactly, right? I ain't no snitch.
Drink this beer, dude. Come on. We did. We hung out. We drank beer for a while. It was chill. The guy's like, I feel like something I really like about small Japanese restaurants is like people have this thing where if you're like a regular customer, you get free things like really often.
Yes.
Like I found way more often than in like the UK. Like for example, I think I was going to the the same coffee store every day. I think for a year and a bit. Then after a year and a bit of being in the store, one day the manager was like, "Oh, you come here quite often. You've been coming here for a year and a bit. Here, I'll give you an extra shot of coffee in your coffee today." I'm like, "Alright, thanks. I mean, yeah, thanks so much. That's great. I mean, yeah, cool." Okay, like, what do you want from me?
Right.
You dog is all like, fuck. Like in Japan, it's like, oh, you've been here 3 times. Here's a watermelon. Like it's not the same.
Right.
Like
Exactly.
the levels are different here. Like, I'm at in this ramen place. I've been there like 4 times, and the dude was like, "Hey, you've been there like 4 times," and I'm like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Fuck it, here's some extra chashu." I'm like, "You serious?" An extra serving of chashu is like 500 yen.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
But dude, I'll take that. He's like, "Yo, I'm gonna double your chashu." Like the bowl came, and I was like, "My man, there's double chashu in this," and he's like, "Yeah, I know," and I'm like, "I just need a moment, yeah." Let me just compose myself and shit. Like honestly, because it's like. It's the level of customer service that I love. It's that they really do award like loyalty.
Yes,
Here,
for sure.
a lot more than anywhere else. Like it's insane. Go to the same cafe all the time.
Yeah.
The coffee store near my work.
Double
Tall. I always post about it on my Instagram. They give me free shit all the time.
Yeah.
Like
you're doing God's work. You're spreading the word.
Spreading the good word. I love that coffee store. I need them to stay open. Forever. Like I can't have them close or fuck up. Like during Corona, I couldn't go there. But he was telling me like, I was like, "Oh, your followers were coming to my coffee store during Corona," and I was like, "Sick, good cult."
Good.
Apparently, I have a cult.
Good cult.
Apparently, I have a cult. The cult of the afro is what people are calling it, and it's like my followers on Instagram. Because like the cult of the afro, like I'll do something, then they'll do it as well. I like that. Like guys, keep it up. I like you. Keep it up, guys. The cult is strong. We're going to get to 2,000 members soon.
Nice.
It's going to be good. We'll find out anyway.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're over an hour and a little bit.
Oh, shit.
Do we want to call it here? Do you have any last minute bullshit?
I was a bullshit, dude. Where do you want to go next? All right. Last question for you, David.
Okay.
Where do you want to go next? Where are we going to travel to next?
Well, I want to go to Tsushima.
Tsushima?
Yeah.
We can do Tsushima.
Yeah.
Tsushima?
Yeah, let's go.
September?
We'll see. Yeah, I'll have to look into it a little bit more than I have.
You not even looked into it. You're just like, the game's good. I'm going.
Game's good. I'm going. Game good. Go.
That's why I went to hell.
Yeah.
I was like, man, that game was sick. I'm going, dude. Fuck it. Let's go.
Why not?
I think I'm gonna go to definitely Niigata. So I've been meaning to go there for a while. I might try clear out Ibaraki or Aomori for the apples, but then definitely want to hit up Tsushima as well. Because we're going to be in Nagasaki anyway.
Yeah.
Might as well smash Kyushu.
Yeah.
Fukuoka. Saga.
Yeah, I don't feel like we need to be in Tsushima like for a week. That's fucking insane.
Like a
day or two, yeah.
Maybe 2. Depends how good the alcohol is.
Right.
Yeah, that would be it. You have any questions? Did we ask questions this week?
No, we didn't ask questions this week.
Browse, we'll call it a week this week, guys.
Ask a question. Maybe I will ask you guys questions. I want to ask you guys a question. So last episode we did anime OPs that we like.
It was good.
Now I want to know what's anime OPs you like.
Oh god,
send them in, please. I know.
Them.
Here's my problem. Okay, I know that there are lots of people who listen to the show.
Yeah.
And just nobody sends anything into the Instagram unless I like prompt it first.
Oh yeah.
Send me your shit. I want to hear your shit.
Yeah. Send us.
Do it right now. Awesome. Stop this podcast. Send me this shit. Come back. Okay? I'm gonna give you 5 seconds. Okay, you still haven't done it. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Do it. What are you doing? Yeah, do it.
Fuck.
We'll ask a question as well when this podcast finishes.
Yeah.
And then if it's good, We get enough replies. Next week,
Yeah.
we'll judge your openings.
Yes, we'll judge your openings.
I'm gonna fucking judge you guys. You have no idea how
Okay.
mean I am. Alright, dickheads.
Hey.
See you guys next week. Guys,
See ya.
Afro in Japan, Tokyo Fresh.
Bye.
Bye.
It's up here. You can see it right there.
Yeah,
Tokyo Fresh.
Later, B.
See ya.